Have you ever taken a moment to really look at the small, copper-colored coin in your pocket? The humble penny, seemingly worthless in today's fast-paced world, might actually hold more value than you think. Today, we take a deep dive into a coin you've probably seen hundreds of times without giving it a second thought, the 1991-cent coin of the United States of America. But did you know that this little coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? That's right. A simple penny from 1990 could potentially change your financial fate. But only if you know what to look for. So get ready, because we're about to uncover the mystery, the rarity, and the surprising value hidden within this tiny piece of American history. Our journey begins in the early 20th century. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first United States coin to feature a real person rather than a symbolic figure like Lady Liberty. The designer, Victor David Brenner, created the iconic portrait that still graces the obverse side of the penny to this day. Fast forward to 1990. It was the end of the Cold War. Nelson Mandela was released from prison. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched. And while the world watched history unfold on a grand scale, the U.S. Mint quietly struck millions, yes, millions, of Lincoln cents. But among those millions, a few rare and special coins were born. Now you might be wondering, what sets a 1990 penny apart from all the others? After all, it was minted in huge quantities, over 6 billion coins across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's the twist. There exists a version of the 1990 Lincoln cent that was struck without a mint mark, specifically the 1990 no-S proof cent. This coin is extremely rare. We're talking about a penny that was never intended for general circulation and yet somehow exists without one of its key identifiers. Let me explain. Most proof coins, highly polished, specially made coins intended for collectors, feature a mint mark indicating where they were struck. For the 1990 proof cents, they were supposed to bear an S mint mark for San Francisco. But due to a mistake at the mint, a small number of these proof coins were struck without the S, and they slipped past quality control. Only a handful have ever been found. And that's why this specific coin, the 1990 no-S proof Lincoln cent, has become a legendary treasure in the numismatic world. You're probably now on the edge of your seat thinking, okay, but how much money are we talking about? Brace yourself. One of these rare 1990 no-S proof Lincoln cents sold at auction for over $19,000. That's right. $19,000 for a penny. And while that might seem unbelievable, the truth is, rarity, condition, and demand make all the difference in the world of coin collecting. Even standard 1990 pennies can be worth more than face value if they are in pristine condition, what collectors call MS-67 or higher, meaning they are virtually flawless. Some of these high-grade examples have sold for over $50 to a few $100, depending on the auction. But here's the kicker. Many people have these coins and don't even know it. They sit in jars, drawers, or forgotten piggy banks. So how do you know if your penny is a potential gold mine? First, flip the coin and check under the date. If it's a proof coin and there's no mint mark, congratulations, you could be holding a rare gem. But make sure it's truly a proof coin, not just a regular circulation coin missing its mint mark due to wear. Proof coins have a mirror-like finish and sharp details. They were never meant for general use. Most of these were sold in collector sets. If you see one in the wild, it's worth investigating immediately. Second, check the grade and condition. The less wear, the better. Coins with shiny surfaces, no scratches, no smudges. These are far more valuable. Third, look for errors. Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting errors can be worth a small fortune. If you believe you've found a valuable 1990 penny, the next step is authentication. Contact a reputable coin dealer, or submit your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations will evaluate the coin's authenticity and condition and assign it a grade. Once graded, your coin could be sold at auction, online platforms, or directly to collectors. Sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections often feature rare coins like these. A collector coins are more than metal. They are pieces of time. A 1990 Lincoln cent isn't just a penny, it's a snapshot of American history. It's a reflection of culture, economy, politics, and craftsmanship. That's what makes the hunt so addictive. You never know what might turn up in change from the grocery store or in your childhood coin jar. The 1990 penny proves that even the smallest coin can have the biggest story. So the next time you come across a 1-cent coin, don't toss it aside. Don't overlook it. Inspect it. Examine the year. Look for details. Who knows? You could be holding a treasure worth thousands of dollars. 1 penny. One discovery. One incredible story. And that, my friends, is the magic of coin collecting. Sparkles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into rare coins, hidden treasures, and surprising values hiding in plain sight. Brain, got an old coin you're curious about? Drop the year in the comments below. We just might feature it in our next episode. Could a single penny be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? You heard that right. In your spare change jar, pocket, or under the couch cushion, there might be a 1998 United States 1-cent coin that could make you a small fortune. Yes, we are talking about the 1998 Lincoln penny. This humble coin may look ordinary, but some of them are anything but. In this video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1998 1-cent coin, its history, its hidden secrets, the rare errors collectors are hunting for, and just how much it could be worth right now in the numismatic market. Make sure to watch till the end because we're revealing the rarest version of this coin and how to identify if you have one. The Lincoln cent has a rich and fascinating history. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the years, this humble penny has seen changes in design, composition, and minting locations. Fast forward to 1998, the penny still bore the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse still featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been in place since 1959. But here's where things get interesting. In 1998, something subtle yet incredibly significant happened with some of these coins, something that collectors around the world are obsessing over. It's not just about the history, it's about the mystery. Before we get into rare varieties and prices, let's break down what a typical 1998 penny looks like. This 1-cent coin was minted in copper-plated zinc. That means it has a core of 97.5% zinc and a thin outer layer of 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. It features the iconic right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the words "In God We Trust" across the top, Liberty on the left side, and the date 1998 on the right. Depending on the mint mark, you'll see a small D for Denver or no mint mark at all, which indicates Philadelphia. Now, here's the thing. Over 10 billion 1998 pennies were minted between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. That's a massive number. But within this huge production batch, a few incredibly rare and valuable versions slipped through. These rare varieties are what collectors dream of. And the key lies in what is known as the 1998 wide AM reverse. So let's dive into what makes it so special. Here's the secret. Most 1998 pennies have what's called a close AM design on the reverse. That means the letters A and M in the word America are nearly touching at the base. That was standard. But due to a die mix-up at the mint, a small number of 1998 pennies were struck using the reverse intended for proof coins. These proof reverses had a wide AM, meaning there's a visible space between the A and the M. If you find a 1998 penny with this wide AM, you've got something special on your hands. Collectors are paying hundreds, even thousands of dollars for a high-grade 1998 wide AM penny. Some of these coins in mint state condition, we're talking MS65, MS66 and above, have sold for over $1,000 at auction. And even in circulated condition, they can fetch $50 to $300 depending on the wear and clarity. To identify if your 1998 penny has the valuable wide AM, flip the coin over and look closely at the word America on the back. If the base of the A and the base of the M are separated, with a clear space in between, congratulations, you may be looking at a rare wide AM. You should also check the FG initials, which stand for Frank Gasparo. On a wide AM coin, the initials are farther from the base of the Lincoln Memorial. On a close AM coin, they're tucked in closer. You might need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, but it's worth it. One simple check could turn your penny into a small treasure. Besides the wide AM, some 1998 pennies have known era varieties that are highly sought after. These include double die obverse, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. A double die error, especially on the lettering or Lincoln's profile, can increase a coin's value dramatically. Depending on the severity and visibility of the doubling, values can range from $25 to several $100s. Error coins always attract attention, and if the error is dramatic or rare, the value increases exponentially. Let's talk numbers. As of now, in 2025, the value of a 1998 wide AM penny in MS65 condition can range from $500 to $1,200 or even more, depending on market demand. In circulated grades, values typically fall between $20 to $150. A regular 1998 penny in circulated condition? Still worth 1 cent, but in uncirculated rolls or mint sets, even regular coins can sell for a premium, especially if flawless. Coins graded by major grading services like PCGS or NGC are commanding the highest prices, as buyers trust certified authenticity and condition. And remember, rare coins are not just about current market value. Their value often appreciates over time, especially when collector interest grows or new discoveries are made. If you think you have a valuable 1998 penny, take it seriously. Handle it carefully. Don't clean it. Cleaning can actually reduce the value. Place it in a coin flip, a 2x2 cardboard holder, or a protective capsule. Then consider getting it professionally graded if it appears to be in excellent condition or shows signs of being a wide AM. You can sell it at local coin shops, through online marketplaces like eBay, or at numismatic auctions. Just make sure you know what you have before you sell. Knowledge is power when it comes to rare coins. Who would have thought that a simple penny, something most of us ignore or drop without thinking, could be a hidden treasure? The 1998 United States 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how curiosity, knowledge, and a sharp eye can unlock real value from the most unexpected places. So go ahead, check your change. Look through your old coin jars, dresser drawers, or that piggy bank you forgot about. Because somewhere out there, someone is holding a fortune, in the form of a tiny, copper-colored coin, and that someone could be you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin treasures, and drop a comment below if you think you've got a rare 1998 penny. Who knows, your story might be the next one we feature. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! If you've ever found a 2004 1-cent coin lying around and thought it was just another ordinary penny, think again. Because today, we're going to uncover the incredible story behind the 2004 United States 1-cent coin, a piece of currency that might be worth far more than just 1 cent. In fact, some of these coins have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. So grab your coin jars, sit back, and stay with me, because you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. What if I told you that a simple coin from 2004, something you might have overlooked in your change, could hold a hidden error, a rare mint mark, or a tiny flaw that transforms it from common pocket change into a collector's dream? What if I told you this humble copper-colored coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? But trust me, this is no myth. It's all real, and I'm going to show you exactly how to tell if your 2004 penny is one of those rare gems. Let's start with the basics. The 1-cent coin from 2004 is part of the Lincoln cent series, a legendary series that's been in circulation for over a century. Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the penny in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday, and since then, his profile has become one of the most iconic and recognizable images on any coin in American history. The 2004 penny features the familiar bust of Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that dates all the way back to the first Lincoln cents. On the obverse, or front, we see Lincoln's portrait, the word Liberty on the left, and the year 2004 on the right. Above Lincoln's head, the powerful motto "I in God We Trust" is clearly visible. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design created by Frank Isparo which replaced the original wheat ears in 1959. But here's where things get really interesting. Not all 2004 pennies are created equal. First, let's talk about composition. In 2004, pennies were made primarily of zinc, with only a thin copper coating. That means 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This composition has been standard since 1982, but even slight variations in metal content or minting process can lead to rare collectible versions. There were three main mints that produced the 2004 1-cent coin. The Philadelphia Mint struck pennies with no mint mark. The Denver Mint produced coins with a small d under the year 2004. And the San Francisco Mint, which only makes proof coins, struck high-quality collector versions with an S mint mark. Now let's get into the exciting part. Errors and rare varieties. This is what turns an ordinary coin into a potential jackpot point. One of the most valuable and sought-after 2004 penny errors is the double die. That's when a coin is struck twice with a slightly misaligned die, causing a doubling of letters, numbers, or even the design elements. In 2004, there are known examples of Lincoln cents with doubling on the word Liberty or the date. If you see any signs of doubling, especially under magnification, you might be looking at a valuable error coin. Another major error to look for is the off-center strike. These are coins that weren't struck correctly and have part of the design missing or off the edge. Some 2004 pennies with extreme off-center errors have sold for more than $200, depending on the severity. There are also 2004 pennies with die cracks, die breaks, clipped planchets, and even wrong planchet errors. Imagine finding a penny struck on a dime planchet. That's a tiny, silver-colored coin with Lincoln's face on it. That kind of mint error can be worth hundreds or more. And let's not forget about coins that appear to be uncirculated. If your 2004 penny still has a bright luster, no scratches, and looks like it just came out of a coin roll, it could be a mint state coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Some mint state 2004 pennies have sold for over $50, and that's for a coin you could still technically find in circulation. Now, let's talk about the proof coins. These are special coins made for collectors. They're struck using polished dies on specially prepared blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish with stunning detail. If you have a 2004 penny with an S mint mark, you might have a proof coin. These proof coins don't usually end up in regular change, but they're often found in old collections or coin sets. A perfect 2004 S-proof penny graded PR70 can fetch between $10 and $50, and that's just for a single cent. But if you have a proof with an error, like doubling, missing design elements, or any striking issue, the value can skyrocket into the hundreds. So, how much are 2004 pennies really worth today? Let's break it down. A regular, circulated 2004 penny from Philadelphia or Denver is usually only worth face value, 1 cent, unless it's in pristine condition. But when it comes to uncirculated examples, prices start to rise. A 2004 D or 2004 no mint mark penny graded MS65 or higher can be worth $5 to $25, sometimes more. If the coin is graded MS67 or above by professional graders like PCGS or NGC, values can jump to $50, $100, or more. There are even 2004 pennies that have sold at auction for over $250 due to their exceptional condition and eye appeal. Now, add an error or variety into the mix, and the price can explode. Double dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets can each push the value into the hundreds, especially when graded and authenticated by professionals. One rare 2004 penny with an off-metal error, struck on a dime planchet, sold for over $300 at auction. Another double die example fetched more than $500. And these coins are still being discovered today. So how do you know if you've got a winner? First, always check your change. These coins are still out there. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to inspect the date, the lettering, and the edges. Look for anything unusual, doubling, misaligned strikes, weird colors, or odd shapes. Second, if the coin looks especially shiny or uncirculated, put it aside. High-grade coins can be worth much more than you think. Third, if you suspect an error or variety, consider submitting the coin to a professional grading service. Having your coin certified adds credibility and can dramatically increase its market value. So there you have it. The 2004 1-cent coin might seem like a simple penny, but in the world of numismatics, it's full of surprises. With the right variety, the right error, or the right condition, this little copper-colored coin can be worth much more than its face value. Check your jars. Look in your drawers. That penny you thought was worthless could be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, rare errors, and how to turn your pocket change into profit, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below and let me know if you've ever found a rare coin or have a 2004 penny you want help identifying. I'd love to hear your stories. Because today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of the 2005 United States 1-cent coin. You may be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. That humble coppery penny in your change jar could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars. So stick around as we reveal everything you need to know about the 2005 penny, its value, its fascinating history, secret errors, and why some of these coins are selling for a small fortune today. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Before we talk about value, let's roll back the clock and talk history. The year was 2005. George W. Bush was president, YouTube had just launched, and the US Mint was busy producing billions of coins. That year, more than 7 billion 1-cent coins were minted. But not all of them were created equal. Some pennies from that year would go on to become legendary in the world of numismatics. Rare, valuable, and highly collectible. Now, the obverse, the front of the coin, features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic image first appeared on U.S. pennies in 1909 and has become one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. On the reverse, the back, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, standing proud in the center, a design that began in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But here's where things get exciting. Not all 2005 pennies are the same. Some have rare varieties and errors that collectors will pay big money for. Let's explore those now. First things first, location matters. The US Mint struck 2005 pennies at multiple facilities, and you can tell where a coin was minted by looking at the mint mark under the date on the front. No mint mark? That's Philadelphia. A small d? That's Denver. ANS? That's San Francisco. And these are typically proof coins, made for collectors with a mirror-like finish. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 3.8 billion pennies in 2005. Denver? Roughly 3.5 billion. And the San Francisco Mint struck around 3.2 million proof pennies. That's a lot of coins. But remember, we're not looking for just any penny. We're after the special ones. Here's where it gets juicy. In 2005, several error coins and varieties slipped through the Mint's quality control, and those mistakes are worth serious cash today. Let's go over the most valuable ones. Magnifying glass tilted left double die obverse. DDO. This happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between impressions. It creates a doubled look on letters and numbers. For the 2005 penny, some of these errors are clearly visible on the words Liberty or the date 2005. These double dies can be worth anywhere from $20 to over $300, depending on how dramatic the doubling is. Magnifying glass tilted left off-center strikes. If your 2005 penny looks like the design is sliding off the edge or missing part of the rim, you could have an off-center strike. The more off-center it is, and the more of Lincoln's face remains visible, the more valuable it becomes. These can sell for $50 to $150 or more. Magnifying glass tilted left BI error. On some 2005 pennies, A small die break appears between the B and E in Liberty, making it look like it says Liberty. These quirky errors are loved by collectors and can go for $10 to $50 depending on condition. Magnifying glass tilted left clipped planchets. This happens when part of the blank metal disc used to make the coin was miscut, leaving a curved chunk missing. These weird-looking errors can sell for $20 to over $100. Magnifying glass tilted left proof coins with cameo or deep cameo finish. Proof coins minted in San Francisco are already worth more due to their high-quality finish. But if you have a 2005 S penny with a deep cameo appearance, where Lincoln's bust pops out with a frosty look against a mirror-like background, you could fetch $5 to $25, or even more if it's graded as PR69 or PR70.SO. What makes your 2005 penny worth more than face value? White heavy checkmark condition, coins in pristine uncirculated condition, call them S, mint state coins, are worth more. Especially if graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. White heavy checkmark rarity, error coins, double dies, and oddities are scarce. Scarcity equals value. White heavy checkmark desirability. Some collectors specialize in Lincoln cents and will pay top dollar for missing varieties from their collection. So take that penny out of your pocket and inspect it closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look at the details. Any doubling? Off-center strike? Missing chunks? Unusual features? Let's talk numbers. These aren't just hypothetical values. These coins are actually selling at auctions in online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections. Moneybag, a 2005 Lincoln cent with a dramatic off-center strike, recently sold for $180. Moneybag, a double die penny with clear doubling on Liberty, fetched $275 at auction. Moneybag, a proof 2005 S deep cameo penny in PR70 condition, sold for $60. Moneybag, and yes, even common 2005 pennies in MS67 or higher can sell for $20 to $50, simply because they are so hard to find in perfect shape. That's right. Your penny could pay for dinner tonight, or a weekend getaway, or maybe even a few months of your Netflix subscription. Ready to cash in? Here's how. Test tube. Get a magnifying glass. Look closely at every detail of your 2005 pennies. Soap handle coins by the edges to avoid damaging them. Camera with flash. Take clear, close-up photos if you plan to sell. Briefcase. Consider sending rare-looking coins to a grading service for authentication. Shopping cart. Sell on eBay, Etsy, or through numismatic dealers and auctions. But wait, don't rush. Watch our video on how to grade coins at home and top coin selling mistakes to avoid, both linked in the description below. So, the next time you find a 2005 penny jingling in your pocket, remember, you might just be holding a mini treasure. Whether it's a dramatic error, a gleaming proof, or a perfectly preserved mint state coin, there's value in the details. Coins like these are out there, hiding in drawers, jars, and purses all across America. Will you be the one to find the next valuable one? If you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next upload. Got a rare penny story? Drop it in the comments. We love reading your finds. And if you want us to appraise your coin in a future video, send us a message or photo. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every coin tells a story. Yours might just be worth a fortune. Clapperboard, thanks for watching. This is Top Coin, signing off.